Today's a Monday, and I'm gonna start my video with an LED. Yes, it's a very common LED. I mean, not so common, since this one it's actually very efficient. I mean, it's extremely bright and efficient. It's not the most efficient LED, but it's one of these latest LED. I mean, it's not even SMD. But how efficient is this guy? I don't know. We go check it out. We got our power supply here. Plug in the positive. Plug in the negative. Pick up the camera. We got our power supply here. Start raising the voltage a bit. Oi, too much already. It's about to pop. We got no protection, so we drop it to 3 even. So full blast, we are talking about 3 volts. Metal is 7 milliamps, so we're drawing like 7 milliamps at full blast. That is awesome. There's almost no current. I mean, no current, it's impossible, but 7 to 8 milliamps, that it's remarkable. It's this LED versus any other LED, which is 15 to 25 milliamps current drawing. This one, it's barely 7 at full blast. That is just awesome, like extremely efficient and bright. I mean, you can see I got the skylight up here. So, but along with this guy, I'm gonna introduce also a very cute mini solar panel. It's from dollar store, so I paid like I paid $1 for this. It seems to be one of those kind of like a monocrystalline structure. Yeah, one of those common one. Yeah, whatever. You got the point. And I've got my beautiful cheap multimeter. Set it up to voltage. Ta-da. Negative and positive. We are talking about over 4 volts. Oh my goodness, that's quite a lot of power. I would have never guessed that this thing will go up to 4 volts. I mean, they aren't serious, but 4.4, yeah, 4 volts even. So LED takes about 3 volts, 7 milliamps. These 2 solar panels can generate up to 4 volts. So I've got like some kind of a free energy idea now. I mean, skeptical open mind is getting nuts. LED, very efficient LED. An LED or light emission diode, it takes some electrical current and turn into a usable form of light, visible light in this case. So with actually the solar panel does quite the opposite. It takes that light and turn it back into electricity. So that leads into some kind of free energy idea. So the idea is to shine some light to the solar panel and eventually self-feed LED back into a perpetual motion way. Okay, some of you guys now are wondering if skeptical open mind is going nuts. No, hold on a second. Of course, we have a big energy loss in the system. That's why this system would never work. So, of course, one of the reasons is because the light, some of the light beams will hit the solar panel in a perpendicular way here. So, we having the solar panel working on ideal condition. We have 90 degrees here, tack and tack. So 90 degrees will actually, the rest of the light, most of the rest of the light will actually escape and of course dissipate around the environment. So we're actually not using all the light of an LED. But what if we're actually going to enclose the LED into a form of black box. So this black box, it will be made out of pure solar panels. So you actually end up using the all lights of the LED and turning into a form of, as we said, usable current that it will eventually self-feed our LED into a perpetual motion way. So what do you think about this idea? You think it's feasible? Let's build it. So here is the LED. Takes about 3 volts on a full blast. Will actually the solar panel, 2 solar panel can produce 4 volts, so plenty of it to turn this on. But we just said that we have a big energy loss if we would try to actually self-feed the the system here, all the light will get dissipated around the environment here. We actually won't be able to catch it all. But what if we build such a thing like this? We call it cube. Can I call it cube? So it's basically a box made out of solar panels. And there are about 6, of course. A cube has about 6 faces. So there should be plenty of energy to light this guy. So we're going to open up the box a little bit, enclose the LED inside, just like that, and seal it back up, right there. Beautiful, just like that. Leave the pins out, and first thing we want to do is to turn the LED on, of course. And then try to self-feed the machine. So, plus and plus. So I'm using the usual power supply here. There we go. You can see the blue light inside. It's about 3 point something volts, about 7 milliamps now consumption. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna actually take this power. Check this out. Take it from, okay, negative from the solar panel, negative and negative, positive and positive, and so as soon as we start feeding back our LED, we are actually going to remove our power supply and see what happens, if the LED stays on or not. 3, 2, 1, there we go. Take this off. No, it went out. Damn it. It went out. Let's try one more time. Now it's on. You can see the blue light in there. As soon as you remove it, it goes off. So let's see if we actually, it's still working and shining in there, if they have any electricity. Tak. About 0.63, but I strongly believe that this half voltage comes from the light shining in this from the environment. Because if we're actually going to let's see, if I put my hand over the solar panels, the energy drops. See that? It's because the light managed to go through the solar panel and produce half of a voltage current. So it's actually not from the LED. Let's try one more time. It's 0.6, and as soon as I put my hands on, it drops. See that? So the light actually is coming from outside. It's not from the LED. So the system is definitely not a perpetual motion machine. So yeah, this perpetual motion machine, of course, will never work. A skeptical open mind is not getting wacko. We're going to see now why it will never work. So we should start saying that some colors looks brighter than others under human eyes. The human visible light spectrum, it ranges between 400 and 700 nanometers. Yes, those are the wavelength. What appears to us to be red color, it stands in between 400 nanometers or less, while actually 700 appears to us to be blue for us. For convenience, we give a name to these colors. We call it blue, red, or whatever you want to call it. But if a color for us appears to be so bright, or either brighter than other colors, that doesn't mean that LED is actually emitting more light. Not necessarily though. So we also have to say that an LED has about between 40 and 60% efficiency. Yeah, what does that mean? It means that the rest of 60 or of 40% of the energy gets lost. Where does all this energy gets lost? Into heat. Yes, of course. So we need to also realize that we just spent 3 volts with about 7 milliamps of current that makes up for a total of about, of course, 21 milliwatts. That out of 21 milliwatts, of course, only half of it will get turned into light. It will get converted, the energy, the electrical energy, into light. Only half of it, of course. And then we also have to say that the solar panels, it's merely 10 to 20% efficient. That means that the rest of the 80% will get lost again into the system. So the solar panel cannot convert that 7 milliwatts back into electricity. So we have a big loss in the solar panel, and we have a big loss in the LED. So of course all this heat of the LED, it's not, let's say, easily visible under human eyes, also because it doesn't get that hot. We're also talking about only 7 milliwatts. So 7 milliwatts, for as small as it can be, the energy lost for us, it's actually a big energy loss for the system. Let's go take a look at what an LED heat will look like under the thermal camera. This is our LED, blue LED. Shines a nice blue light that's supposed to be a cold color. I mean, that's what appears to us, a cold color. And temperature now, it's I don't know if you can barely see it. You see the blue dot in between. It's about, let's see what's the temperature. It's about 82 room temperature right there. But if we apply about 3 volts to this guy right there, and we turn it on, and we wait a few minutes here. Let's see what happened. You will see the temperature start rising, and we applying 3 volts, about 9 milliamps. I mean, it used to be 7, now it started going up. Temperature started going up. This is a thermal effect, or simply the energy lost into the system that unfortunately we cannot feel with our finger or skin, and we cannot see with our human eye. But the temperature is going up, 88. That's our LED right there. And as you can see, the more it gets, the hotter it gets, the more current is overdrawn. Like now we're about 10 milliamps. Yes, yes. 90 degrees. Did you see that? That's our LED now. It's no longer blue. How about that? How about that? So yeah, this is the thermal energy loss we have in the system. I mean, from the LED side. Solar panel is a different story. So this video was a reply to a comment of someone mentioning like solar panels and LED, high efficiency LEDs, if you can capture all the light of an LED. So this is a video reply about it. So solar panels, as you can see, they're flat, so they're geometrically impossible to catch all the lights are flat, so it's not they're geometrically wrong, let's say. So even if you build a cage such as this one, we call it free energy cube, can we call that? It's still the energy loss into the system. It's big, it's huge, either from the LED, from the harness and wiring resistance, and from the solar panel itself. So this system will never work, or either self-loop, not even for a fraction of a second. So you guys don't try this at home, because this is another example that first and second law of thermodynamics applies to everything: mechanicals, optical, electrical circuits, or any kind of device. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy my video.